Welcome to what I believe is part 8 of Danganronpa. What are we doing? Case 4! That's what it was. It's only been 2-3 weeks. Alright, let us begin. I think we have all the... Nope, fine sword. Alright, I think we got all the silent massages. What's this boy? This sounds so much cooler, so we're using that. Don't really care what it does. Alright. Ikado. Alright, believe we're gravy here. Is the pet all poopy? Pet's all poopy. Let's fix that. Let's give it a present before we begin. Feeling sure we just start a case. What do I have 90 of? Silver ring, sure. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love it, I swear. Oh yes. Keep the despair at bay. Alright. Difficulty. Yes. And will this be? Not gonna lie, I sort of forgot what happened and accidentally deleted the episode prior to this, but oops! It's okay, we'll figure it out. Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. Does he really explain it every single time? He does, verbatim. Alright. I'm here today because Coach Nekomura risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry, got it? Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth. Are you interested? Hey, why don't we try getting over the incident? Going over. I can talk. We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding. I discovered Nekomura's body at before 7 a.m. I headed over to Great Tower for Monokuma Chai. I'm gonna call it Chai Tea every single time. We'll just keep calling it that. And found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me. Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night. Imbecile! I am not some woman with flexible legs. Of course you're not. You're much classier than that. With legs like those, I could probably do splits real easy. I think our friend just died like a minute ago, but okay. We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of the Grape House and went to the tower together. And then the three of us discovered Nekomura's body. The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over. We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck. So we decided to go to the tower for the time being, landed at Strawberry Hall. But someone broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that. Thinking we could at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone. Forget these boring intros, let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely some Strawberry House. What do you mean, definitely? There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly, so it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes. When you better hurry and confess or I'll break all you in half. The cruelest one here. Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions. The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions. Well, let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Huh? Well, the weapon's obvious, right? Huh? The heck, you guys, the weapon. You can totally tell just by looking. You can tell what the weapon is by looking? It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. The only thing at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... Is the one with the hammer or the pillar? Oh, what are the findings? Hold up. No, not that one. Not that one. Oh shit. Alt? Oh goddamn. No! Let's speed up. Right click? Shit. Problem. How do you switch through? Oh wait, it was scroll, I believe. Yeah, scroll. I had to hold Alt first. Okay. Good. Alright, the weapon was right there at the scene of the crime. Does it need to vibrate when they talk? The pillar, huh? No, the hammer. The killer used the hammer and beat the crap out of him. If it was unexpected, I suppose that's possible. That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided. That's it. The hammer in the tower was the weapon, like he said. It looks like that's the case, but... Alright, what are the clues? Holy shit, this is difficult. There we go. Broken doorknob, wire, oil on the floor, tipped over pillar. Alright. Oh god, it took way too long. This is not good. Okay. Okay. I guess you'd agree with surprise beating. Okay, well, what did the beginning say? God, refiguring out the king bitings is so fun! Alright. I mean, you could agree with surprise beating and say... Oh, it's Q, I was right. Okay, cool. You say, yeah, it was this thing. They hit the... No, it didn't, okay. It doesn't matter. You can't actually lose these. And the only your statement is... Beat the crap? Come on, there we go. But the hammer looks too fresh. How could it? No! God damn it. Objection! Like, my eyes have little stop signs of them going this way. I can't accept that the hammer was the word of weapon. Why not? Why can't you accept it? A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? If the hammer was used to beat Nekomaru, you'd expect some oil to be on it, at least. But the hammer was clean, so that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon. Oh yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later. Why? Obviously to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon? Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer. It's pretty insightful, baby gangsta. Baby gangsta me? That's all I was gonna say about that? Alright. Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys. I thought maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something. It seems it was a waste of time. Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru? That's the problem, there wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon. Then how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon, so whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right? The actual weapon has oil on it, but if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it... His own body. He punched himself. The only thing with oil on it was the broken pillar. Then the pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar. No one could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon. Why? He tried to move it, right? I'm helping so much. Beautiful. Yeah, the pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar. Who are you talking about? Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength up, and the pillar would have been real easy. So when he lifted the pillar, then what? Did he use it to beat himself? You mean Nekomaru killed himself? Don't be stupid, he ain't the type to commit suicide. Even if Nekomaru could have lifted the pillar, it's got nothing to do with the case at all. I guess you're right. The heck? It does bother me a little. The word suicide. Flashbacks. No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru would commit suicide. That's the problem. It's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon that we can think of. There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it. Huh? For reals? Yes, for reals. I see, so my gut was right after all. Alright, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove the pillar was the murder weapon. Understood, then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go. Alright. Probably pillar fragments. Go. There's no... Whoa, no need to lift the pillar. If the pillar is not lifted. Beating him with it is beyond a dream. What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye. Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force. Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited. The killer murdered Nekomara by tipping over the pillar. Is that really it? What did the chain say? Oh god, that has nothing to do with that, okay? And the wire was connected to his legs. Is there anything weird in here? The damaged area was also stained. It was so heavy that even two people couldn't budge it. The oil have anything in it? Nope. Fatal head wound. Alright. Tipping the pillar over. I don't think it needs to contradict that. Nope. Pillar's weight? Contradict the pillar's weight? I mean, the titular pillar itself we know is super heavy. That was only 2 lines? Nah, that's not. Let's say. Nope, that's not. All those weird connections. Say the wire? Nope, don't do that. This contradicts that it was heavy. Good night button has nothing to do with it. Yeah, it's just sleep mode. Change had nothing to do with it. The pillar just says that it was heavy and stained. Did I use the tip of propeller on her saying tip of propeller? No. Fragments themselves were... Oh, wait, I didn't read those. They were under him, weren't they? Yes. Duh. Nope, none of that. Whoop. If Nekomara was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body. Fragments? The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomara's body, but there weren't any on top. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead. I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened. I see, that was entirely my bad. If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomara with the pillar? As long as you're gonna focus on the pillar, just let it go already. There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomara was killed by the pillar. Why are you so certain about that? Just have a feeling. Feeling, huh? It's just your instincts. Can't say for sure that instincts are wrong, can we? There's another way to use the pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it yet. Is that true? Then I shall ask you, what way is that? You guys are the same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you stand there and falter. What a waste of talent, and you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh. What did you just say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you, so I guess I should lend a hand. Hey Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore? I learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame. What do you mean? Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill! Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible. Specific item? Of course, the ultimate weapon. Ultimate weapon? The thing you got when you cleared the final dead room? So Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is. Of course I know, I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know? You've seen it. That's right, you've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who's claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon. I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst which flows out of the chaos with a sword of victory. It is only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon. No, you're far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield the four directives of destruction. Don't egg him on! Oh god! I see. I'm not liking this. Oh, I hope they hook up. Actually, one of them is probably gonna die. Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon? In order to clarify that, we need to solve the secrets of the funhouse. Secrets of the funhouse? You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbol of hope, aren't you? I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course. Except for Hajime? Oh, they don't know. If we make it out of this, I'll explain to you guys. Anyway, we must first clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower. But in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. Whoosh! It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret to the funhouse. Man, not only does she make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just so soothing. For sure! Okay, I shall leave this matter to your discretion. The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. I honestly have no idea because I haven't played this in a while. I get a strange feeling. Regardless of whether you enter the tower from Grape or Strawberry, the placement at Nora's body was tipped over pillar, oil stains, even the disassembled parts of Kazuichi assembled look exactly the same. Whose account was it? Was it Fuyuhiko's? Yes. Oh boy, it's somewhat complicated. Then... Come on. Tanukumara, okay now. 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock, sorry. Holy shit! Oh my god! It's a novel. Okay. Nagito apparently was the one who didn't hear it. Oh man, we're losing Gundam this one. No, we are. Or probably, I don't know. We'll see. Hearing those 2 lines already. Is that really it? It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different. You can contradict both those. This whole time I've been thinking the 2 towers are the same building, but... If that was the only mystery, there's no way Nagito would mention it here. Didn't we already discuss why that's a contradiction? Or is it not attached to that one? But the wall clock. Not the goodnight button. Doorknob shouldn't be attached to it. Actually, it might be. Depending on how they phrase it. There it goes, a lot more hair, okay. There we go. One of the doorknobs from the far back door of the Strawberry House was missing, so this doorknob was originally attached to that door. Can't argue, Miss Sonia. She's still beautiful. First thing she said? They're actually the same place. Nope. Have you been overcome with madness? Oh no, I looked dumb in front of waifu. Does this contradict it? Both of those towers, are they really the same place? Nani? Do you harbor a grudge because my kingdom destroyed your homeland? What? Actually, won't tolerate any sort of rebellion. I mean, doesn't it seem strange? Are we just gonna jump over that last statement? Okay. When we went to the Grape Tower from the Grape Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to the Strawberry Hall. Oh, this is gonna be really fun to read out loud, I'm not gonna retell. When we went to the Strawberry Tower from the Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to the Grape Hall. The Strawberry Grape Ball Hall wall. It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something? If it is, then see, that means it could have passed as the exact same place, right? If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct one? Does that mean he's wrong? Oops, I guess I've said too much. The floor didn't rotate, that means we need to think about the structure of the building again. Oh shit! She's sneaking on in! Is it a sword battle? Then how about this? Someone moved Danganronpa's body. Oh, we're moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower? But we should have all been together during that time, even if they tried to move the body into the tower. Whoosh! Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around, including the pillar. If it is too heavy to carry, then let them roll it. Just like if there's no bread, let them eat cake. Exactly. How could she be wrong? Rebuttal showdown. Wire, oil, pillar, hammer, cheddar, Okay, sure with this one. There are many different ways that the body and the pillar could have been moved. Pillar could have been rolled, and Nekomaru could have been... I decree it was Monokuma's doing! Advance! Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think? It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the powers of the futuristic robot bear, the pillar, everything at the crime scene. He could have moved it all easy as pie. So the oil slid, I believe, when it moved, didn't it? What the? Get wrecked! Moving the body and the pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor. Huh? I love certain characters to stay in the position they were when they last spoke. When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it. Then it's impossible to think it was moved. Terribly sorry, I cannot believe I got so fired up. It's alright. A fight at Miss Sonia is awesome to watch. So what really happened? Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building? We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left in the tower was a complete success. Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building. If they're not the same building at two different buildings, then what are they? No idea. The mystery ties into the secret of the funhouse. But we don't have enough clues to solve that mystery. Then the only thing we can do is rely on the one person who has the clues. Agito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine, I'll give you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse. Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint. But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do the class trial properly. It's also important for me, because it will help me determine something. Determine? Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen? But how do we know your hint's any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one that knows it. I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action. You performed the appropriate action in order to learn the secret. Could you be talking about... IG? You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you? That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it. In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there a small, conspicuous window waited all by itself. From that window I saw some very strange scenery. Strange scenery? Instead of explaining it, might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room. You took a picture? Yep. He grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket. See, this is it. And as he said it, he showed us a peculiar picture. Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of the Strawberry House from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right? Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture. Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time? What doesn't make sense in this picture? Where's he supposed to be standing? Is it supposed to be... There's the other building, there's the middle, and like here's us? Sorry. Which means it's not unnatural at all, don't you agree? Everyone's staring. Looks like I just made a fool of myself in front of everyone. Indeed, select. Okay, lower half. You said the photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, that means it should have been taken from the first floor. Yes, it should have been. Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angle suggests it was taken from higher up. I see, and is that it? Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense here in this photo, which means there are other contradictions contained in it. What doesn't make sense in this picture? Everything. There's trees. I don't like trees. Am I clicking on the tower? I hate trees, they suck. This line, oh, actually right here, the trees are high def, the trees are low def right here. That's gotta be it. It's a false... I answered this earlier, but how much you look at this photo, it's taken from the first floor. If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was, Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle. Which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all. That's right, good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in the photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower. It's not? Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion? Spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye? From this point on, do your own thinking, now that you finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too, even though he's just a normal high school student. Despite the fact you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue. Is he talking about that one time? At that one place? When he said that one thing? He's sneaky sneaky? Referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right? I'm asking you to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from? Top floor, right? Such sharp eyes. So you realize it already? Top floor, so the third floor? But the Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of the Grape House. What does it mean? Was that thing just now another hint to figuring out the mystery behind the Funhouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor? Using the photo he took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it. Alright, let's do this. Logic dive. Is this Runtown? Yay! 3, 2, 1. Let's jam. Whee! Oh, best. Whoop. 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 Oh, shit. Okay. Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? I mean... Oh. That was a bad jump. If a room exists, it exists? You can call them whatever you want, though. Oh, son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! Seriously? Hey, hey, hey! Cheaters. Question number 2. Oh, shit. More bullshit. Question number 2. Are Strawberry House and Grape House the same building or 2 different buildings? Go. Goodbye, top one. Boop. I should have put one right in front of the speed boost. That would have been hilarious. So trolly. Oh well. Oh shit! Too fast. Too fast. Damn. Damn, Sonic. You tried. Oh shit. Oh god, you actually have to hold backwards on that one. Okay. Or go even faster and double jump it. Can I? Ah, nope. Oh well. Okay, I think that'll do that second one. Barely slowing down don't work unless you jump over the boost. Nope. Oh. How about normal speed? Normal speed? Go. Go. Normal speed. Go. 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 How are Strawberry House and Grape House positioned to each other? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That was anticlimactic. They both exist, and they are positioned vertically to each other. Whoosh. That. Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder? In the picture Nagito took from the Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There is only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't have been seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but... on different floors. Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh man, his hamsters don't seem to care. Then the 2 houses aren't 2 different 3-story buildings. They're actually 1 6-story building. If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located. Where Strawberry House is located... Wait, which one do you start in? I forgot. No, other way around. on top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the fourth floor of Grape House. Oh snap! I'd have expected that the two houses were connected vertically. But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes. Strawberry House is four-sided and Grape House is six-sided, right? It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured in two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid on top of each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. But they fit! Oh! And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believe the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings. In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it. You've just been Monokuma'd. Or sorry, Kuma'd. Yeah, don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a funhouse? Then it's true the building was really like that. That's right, those two buildings exist on different floors in the same building. Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge, how horrible. Then what about the towers? Are they just arranged vertically like the houses? Yes, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. Just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House, Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower. However, if the different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places? Ah, you precious Hamies don't know, but it's so simple. Alrighty then, I'll be the one who solves this mystery with Flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia. Oh, I see. Do whatever you like. Wow, feeling weird. I'll definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me. Poor boy. Poor boy. I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash. Then hurry up, dumbass. One of the bodies in the tower was actually a dummy. Mean a fake body? Nekomaru died with a mechanical body. It should be possible to construct a dummy body from those parts. Ooh, a magnificent Gundam. God, she wants that D so bad! Not fair, you totally stole the spotlight. So which was the fake body? Shut up, just pick one! Oh my god, oh my god. She hungry! A dummy of Nekomaru's body existed? Does that mean the killer prepared it in advance? But is something like that even possible? What's the file say? The victim, after his robotic transformation, the body was discovered in Grape Tower, which is inside the funhouse. His head is severely damaged and beyond repair, so that shall be considered the cause of death. That's a really weird way to phrase that, but alright. Despite the fact that his arms and legs are dismembered, these limbs were actually designed to be detachable, so it seems that they separated due to a severe impact. Apart from that, several other areas of the body are damaged because of this. Many of his functions... Ooh, okay. Damn. Chained to the propeller, she's filling the tower, or the chain though. Chain. We won't chain. She's gonna chain now. Golly, you're hamsters! For some reason the word, I'm not gonna contradict the word mechanical body. I don't think I can. Not that I need to. Was actually a dummy. We're trying to contradict dummy? They were exactly the same, though. And this states that, right? Yeah, everything's exactly the same. There's no way. Okay. Put that tongue away, sir. Nekomaru's body was not a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account, which we didn't use. Me? Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved, and that's when you said... Not just that, the parts that I carefully arranged when I disassembled the body all moved too. Right until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body in Grape Tower, right? The killer could not have known that you take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy. Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story. Haha, Miss Tony, that's a pretty ass joke. You are joking, right? It's alright, Kazuichi's not the killer. If he was, he wouldn't have fixed the elevator or the button in the Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken. See, that is disappointing. Oh wow, she does not like him! Oh, poor guy. However, even if Nekomaru's body was not a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer. The reason for Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on a different floor. Maybe it was simply moved? Body moved to a different floor? You can't think of a device like that. A device that moves things to different floors in the same building? A device like that. A device that transports things to different floors in the same building. I feel like I've seen that before. Alright, let's do this. Brain power! Shit has this work again? Like that? Alright, cool. Really? We're having a minigame for this? Okay. No! Shit. Oh, yes. Yes! Yes! Oh. Oh! Oh! No! Wait. Damn. Don't think too hard about this one. Complete. You must be talking about an elevator. A what? Are you saying Nekomaru's body was transported using an elevator? Where the hell is this elevator anyway? It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator. It's really so hard to believe. Which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator. So whether you enter from the Strawberry Hall or the Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right? So that's why we could only enter it from one side or the other. Now that you mention it, sometimes when I press the door button, it took a while for it to open. I see, so we're basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator. Please hold on, the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator. Then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the fallback door when you enter the Grape Tower? Because there just is! Deal with it! Deal with it to confuse us. And a picture of a grape on the fallback tower of the Strawberryville area. If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change. Plus, after the incident, the fallback door in Grape Tower has chains wrapped around it, right? But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone. Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off. Too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator? When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad. What did you say? Beautiful, perfect waifu that would never do anything wrong ever and definitely not ever be the killer. So let's put aside the change and focus our attention on what hasn't. Why do we have to do that? It's fine, come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common? The thing that didn't change when we moved between the two towers. That includes the body, pillar, oil. We've been talking about that stuff for a while now. There shouldn't be anything strange about them, not even the fact that they all move with the elevator. The one thing they all have in common, they're all huge and heavy and on the floor. They were all Nekomaru's parts. A lot of these are the same thing. Yes. It's safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change. And why did the picture in the far back wall change? If you can figure out that, you'll have your answer. The reason is because the elevator has something unique about it. There's something unique about the elevator? There's no ceiling. It's an enormous circle. You can only enter from one side at a time. Only the floor moves. Maybe. So that's it. The elevator was designed so that only the floor moved. Well, the floor moved. Which means the whole room was an elevator, only the floor was. That's why we saw different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the back wall has a strawberry, and vice versa. Then where do the different doors lead? I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show. Just for show. Why was something like that necessary? It's a fun house, you dingus. So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture was signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building structure. Let's kind of do one of these. I don't get it, but I guess it means whoever designed this building was a totally twisted personality. Did you hear that, Monomi? Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself. Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you. Swoon! Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes. Either way, what does the chain in the back... far back door in the Grape Tower mean? It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible. Why? Because that chain you guys thought you couldn't enter there, right? Basically, this was all done to confuse you guys, and it worked. Something special about her ex? Nah, she's an ex, never mind. The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen the contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth. The truth that two houses and two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower. They destroyed the button and wrapped the chain around the door just for that. Which is a really inconvenience the killer if we learn the truth of the structure of the building. We've been a major inconvenience. After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru. Hold on, you're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure. But a pain is fine already. Gundam, please proceed. Oh, Mr. Weepy Boy! You said earlier that Strawberry House and Gundam House are connected vertically, yes? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one to the other? I see. Now that you mention it, I completely forgot about that matter. If the elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side. But does this reflect reality? Does anything? Inside Grape House, Grape Tower's on your right, when your back's to the elevator. And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back's to the elevator. Which means the houses are on the exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend, what does this mean? What does this mean? I love them both. I agree, what does this mean? If the two houses are connected vertically, the position of the tower should be the same in both houses. But in fact, my back was facing the elevator in the Grape House. The tower was on my right. And my back was facing the elevator in the Strawberry House. It was on my right. How can I break through this contradiction? With science! Was it Kane's account? Where that girl at? She heard rumbling. Okay. The two houses are connected vertically. The elevator should move vertically, not horizontally. However, at both houses, if the contact elevator is behind you, the towers are in opposite directions. Which means your reasoning is clearly contradictory. What's with this iron curtain of teamwork? They're meant for each other. So Gun and Sonia have matching arguments. Sounds like it makes sense, but is that really correct? Kazuichi's was only related to... Oh, the compass is neat. Okay. The wrong one. Nope. There's only two, right? It's really to throw this out there? Wait, am I using the doorknob? Was it? Okay, I have his account. Okay, good. It's just those two, right? Vertically, and the two towers are in opposite direction. Yep, okay, so those two. Sweet. Just contact elevators out. Honestly, if I just throw it at it, I think we're good. We'll just do that. They need to pose together. Nope. Sweetie goes. Nope. Honey's was the sound. Strange feeling. Broken doorknob. Sudden appearance. Oops. If they're connected vertically, it should move vertically, not horizontally. Okay, so he's saying it should be moving vertically. Let's just see what happens. Nope. Alright, reset. Run away! Oh, look, you're dead. Oh, wait, except you're not. So you can actually fail. Oh no, I died! And you're dead. Why? Because I said so. I'll never give up! I have a lot of HP to get back. Alright. Did we read this one yet? Pretty sure we did. Just say that it was broken. There's nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it at all. Your sound, that has nothing to do with it. I understand where they want me to go. The strange feeling in the tower had a lot of information attached to it, I believe. A decent amount. But all that states is that everything was the same, except for the doors. Is that part of it? Was. Well, this doesn't contradict that it went vertically? Horizontal. Say this one. I know where they're trying to go. They already used his and his. Can I suck? Wait. You can't. God, I totally forgot about that. Oh, it's been way too long. Totally forgot about that. That's a pretty useful ability. Oh. Do it backwards. Give. Thank you. Shit, what am I doing? Oh, okay. Neither suck worked, but I remember we had that ability. Alright, so sucking don't work. Kazuichi's account doesn't work. Strange feeling doesn't work. Kindness count's irrelevant. Pretty sure most of these are, actually. I'm very certain I used this one on both. That didn't work. I used the fact that the compass went 180, meaning it spun around. So it means the elevator did this. Is that not enough? I'm pretty sure what they want me to say, but it's not letting me say it. But just like pick a random one and start going ham? Just start randomly clicking. Alright, sounds like a plan. Sounds like a good. That's how you play the game. Best way to play. Oh. Nope. To the end with you. It's most likely her statement because it's hidden behind something. Nope. Oh no, you lose. Dero. You failed, sir. You're at the start. Case 1 now. How's it feel? Yeah, Akane's was just that there was a loud sound. I don't even feel like using that one. It's nothing to do with the building being vertical. Son of a bitch. It snuck in. There you go. Alright, doorknob don't work. Nice. Strange feeling we did twice already. Higos we did twice, contact other we did twice, that we did twice, this we did twice. Okay, hold up. I must have missed one of these attacks. Because I've already done all of them twice, except for Akane's. I don't think that's it. Is it? Probably overthinking this. I also completely forgot everything about this case, so I'm not gonna comment on anything. Okay, good, Shinbeers. Was after Akane. I'm missing everything. I legit like forgot everything about this case. I don't have time to read over it again, unfortunately. It's been 2 or 3 weeks since I played this game. The thing is, I know what I want to say, but because the game wants you to use very specific phrases, I can't say it. Obviously, I can't type in what I'm thinking, but it's fine. We'll get there. Not a big deal. I sucked both directions and neither worked. I threw, unless you can contradict a statement with its own statement. But I used his statement on hers and his statement on, yeah, both ways. Neither worked. I could contradict the statement with itself, I guess? I don't think the game's made you do that. Yeah, there's 2 options, vertical and opposite direction. And I've already contradicted his statement with hers and her statement with his. I'm going through every single one. The next one is Nagito's, although I literally just did this, we're gonna do it again anyway. Throw that. I'm pretty sure I've done every single one. I legit think I misclicked and fired and hit the wrong item, which is why I'm still doing this. I'm pretty sure I just clicked the wrong item. Okay, vertical was the contradiction. See, the thing is, I did this. I already did this one. I must have misclicked as a thing. This is actually one of the first ones I did. The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi? See, this is one of the first I did because the compass went 180. You used the elevator when you were holding the compass, right? There you go, see? Told you. Yeah, it was pretty strange. From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees. Rotated 180 degrees. Meaning as the elevator moved between the 2 houses, it also rotated 180 degrees. Like the camera. Da-da-da-da. It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would have been the other side once you arrived on the other house, right? Pretty obvious. And thanks to that, the tower we saw on the right side when we arrived at the Grave House appeared to our left side. I'm glad there's a picture, just in case. An elevator that rotates while it moves, is that even possible? It's a fun house. A fun house is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun. That's not fun at all, you're inhuman. You say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with? I'm different from these lowly humans. Alright, don't the secret of the funhouse, right? Let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how do they combine with the pillar? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know. What's the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet. Oh my, I can't believe I've yet to explain that to you. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily. What an Octagon means, really? That's it? Weird. Yes. I didn't expect you to know that. For a substitute reserve course student, you're quite knowledgeable, and you're quite the dick. Dato. I guess I should continue listening. Where is the befitting name? Where is a place befitting of the name Octagon? The place befitting of the name Octagon. It's probably. You put it right here. There's a few places you could put it. Did I misclick? Not neglected. Yeah. Everyone's staring. Okay. Was trying to say somewhere. Okay, that's wrong. That's wrong. Where is it? I mean... You're talking about the secret room surrounded by conquering the depths of the final death room. It was on top of the green room. You know how a four-sided strawberry house is on top of the six-sided grape house? If you cut a four-sided shape out of the six-sided one, you get an eight edges. It becomes an eight-sided shape. That's basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final death room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons. And the ultimate weapon was there too? That's a little different. I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon. Learned. Just because it's an octagon doesn't mean it needs to be an octagon. It can be like an octagon, I guess. Makes sense. The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse. Which means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru. Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill, making use of the building structure. The funhouse itself is the weapon, so they killed using the building structure. That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building. But more importantly, using the building itself as a weapon, such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon. The funhouse is the true identity of the ultimate weapon? What does this mean? How did the killer use that to murder Nekomaru? And who is the killer who did that? Break time? Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Minomi. I can already tell it will be pleased by this. Then let me say it right away. I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by me a word. Minomi is a serious Staffatly? That's much more straightforward than I expected. Staffatly, huh? That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. The perfect jet stream attack incorporating all three of these would be... Ta-da! Staffatly. What? There's fat hidden in there? Yes. Alright. Do these mean something? The game prior to this, they were really big. And, like, it didn't lead anywhere. Like, I think there's, like, probably spoilers in there somewhere. I hope your day is well. Thank you. I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so-what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! Ah, but be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to save frequently. You're vibrating! Oh, well, let's just press on ahead. Is it really alright to accept the situation so easily? I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure, like, who's Nekomaru's murderer? Is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? I get to said it, you know? There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either. What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying? He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but I will sincerely retract that remark. Retract? I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself. You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Each one is as diabolical as I would avoid such actions. I see. It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know. Akane, you're tuning waterfalls. As usual, I can't tell what he's thinking. I have no idea if he's serious or not. Anyway, the killer used the building structure. Why don't we think about how they used it? How they killed Nekomaru. It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think? His cause of death, huh? He was horribly damaged, as he was beaten senseless with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, it wouldn't be a kill that utilized the building structure. So what was his cause of death that also utilized the building structure? Rushed by the elevator. Dead battery. Falling. in my skin. That's it. I think he might have died from falling. Died from falling? The funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected. Then the killer made use of the height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling. Are you saying they pushed him off? Where did they push him off from? I don't know yet. Or just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in the building would you even be able to push someone off in the first place? Might be possible in the tower. You could push him off from the 4th floor when the elevator was on the 1st floor. Did you forget that the elevator, how it functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open. Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell. My gut's going crazy right now. Nekomaru died from falling. Where did the killer shove Nekomaru from? If I'm gonna reach the truth behind this incident, I need to solve that mystery next. Advance time? Good night button. When the elevator's on the 1st floor, you can't get through the door on the 4th floor. It'd be impossible to shove the victim from up there. And how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st and made use of the drop. Hold on, did you forget that the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the door won't open. Which means the elevator would not have moved either. That must be the threshold of the elevator. Looks like it's all up to me. Whoop. Got him. That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything. Could it be his sleep mode? When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right? I see, so that's how. However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from, yes. That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest! Now you're calling me a pest? Oh, Lord. A way to create the drop inside the elevator while Nekomaru is still in it. Jackie seems to have an idea, but what way could that be? I love this, like, relationship that's building. Just start me on the right one, thank you. If you arrange it in a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator. So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right? That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious. I love you. You're best. Isn't it about the time we went over the pillar again? What about the oil on the floor? The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious as well. How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say? Silence, pest! Infidel! Don't be so cold! What if I start to enjoy it? I have awoken! What? Why? What? Oh, okay. Okay! Oh boy! If Nekomaru is inside the elevator, how can you create a difference in elevation? Okay. Broken doorknob, goodnight button, oil on the floor, tipped over pillar, wire. What's the wire even say? That's bleh. Pretty sure I clicked on that one. Okay, this is tied in a loop. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, finally they're talking. Oh man, Kazuichi. That's actually kind of funny. The hammer looks suspicious. Nope. Pillar. Nope. Oil on the floor. Nope. Yes. I I agree, sir. Let's consent. Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire. Is it the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru? The tip of the wire is tied in a loop. If the elevator moved while the loop hung from the doorknob, if they did something like that, it would have been suspended in midair. That's right, he was suspended in midair. Huh? The kid had tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode, tied the tip of the wire to the knob, and hung it from the doorknob on the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor. Aww. Poor boy, and suspended Nekomaru midair. That's right, he was so well hung, kinda like... You better not finish that sentence. Killer took advantage of the elevator's unique feature, only the floor moves. By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death. Hey, you get out of here, kid! What you talking about? I want to say something! There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Really? Why? Nekomaru is suspended midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because even if he's suspended midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall. That is actually a good point, thank you, for not completely wasting everyone's time. Rebuttal showdown! Wire, pillar, hammer, fragments, alarm clock, radio clock, broken doorknob. The radio clock say anything? Let's see! Even if they suspend... Okay, I guess I'm not reading this. There's no one in the tower. There's no way to do that. Combo. Advance. Doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own. Baka. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have been still in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way. It's on my sleep mode thing. But in that case, he still wasn't able to explain the drop. He's never... Oh god! Really? Hold on, thanks to Kazuichi, I think I figured out that... Thanks to Kazuichi, I think I figured out how the killer dropped Nekomaru. If I use the evidence, I should break through Kazuichi's remarks, too. Hold up. Okay, timer and radio clock. What exactly does it say? Shit. Alright. Wait, I'm attacking. Okay. Do the words just spin so you can't read them? I mean... No, wrong one. I can't cut through. Nope. Okay. There we go. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair? What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up? He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru. If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why... Now wait a little bit. If something like that would happen to you, you would start panicking a lot, right? Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that. And then in order to make him fall, the force he was generating, the wire was hung on just the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off. In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right? Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right? He fell because the entire doorknob came off. When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off. Was that unexpected for the killer too? That's probably it. If they knew they'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up. The killer didn't expect the doorknob to come off. The reason that even happened was because this boy is thick. He got full power. Clitter clatter. Whoa. That's really what it was. And that's the clue Nekomaru left for us to find. So that's how he felt with his death. You finally understand now? Yeah. It appears just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest, I'm a total pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia? I'm a pig, you can say so. No, I believe you gave your all. Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore? Oh, this guy gets off on this. So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down. That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course you know that too, right? It doesn't mean Nekomaru crashed straight into the floor. The moment Nekomaru fell to the floor, the only thing I can think that happened to him was... the cola came loose out of his eyes. Yes. That's what happened, right? What? Wait, what? Cola, it wasn't... Raboy's tea? Wait, who cares? Interesting. When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar, isn't that it? Finally, the pillar, yes! So excited. So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place. See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right. Ah, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended for that, or was just coincidence. At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that would lead to the killer. What about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30, if we map it out from there. Hold on, baby gangster. Stop calling me baby gangster. Did you just say the alarm was set for 7:30? You didn't check yourself. Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. That's impossible. Because even though I slept a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning. Now that you mention it, so did I. There's no way that we could be late for Monokuma's Tai Chi, so we left for the Grave Tower before 7 a.m. If we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before 7:30. It appears yet another contradiction is birthed. Speaking of birthed, that's what I want to know. Another mystery I don't understand. Seriously, it's just one after the other. What was I going to try? Full of mystery. But I can't choke up at a time like this. Just a little more and I'll be able to reach the truth. There should definitely be a clue breaking through this contradiction. Time for the dance party! Does the wall clock say anything interesting? Ew! There we go. Where'd that wall clock be, though? Where that boy is at? Oh, Lord. A lot of words here. We're still play out. See, timer and clock should be the timer. $30? There we go. No wonder that must be an illusion. The killer probably did some tampering. They must have been messing with it. Can't mess with it. That's gotta be it! Hits her out. I need to crush one possibility at a time if I'm gonna break through this contradiction. Was it? No, it was set for 7:30, not 7:30 a.m. The alarm, unless I'm 99% sure it just says 7:30, not a.m. Clock's alarm timer does not say a.m. 7:30 does not say a.m. 7:30, correct. I believe that's the contradiction, but okay. Let's see, the radio clock says can't be tampered with, doesn't it? Cannot be tampered with, okay. Maybe they want us to do it backwards. Alright, so it's a radio clock then. Ooh. Alright. Kane's. Or she ripped her shirt off. Counterattack! No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with. So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock? Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with. The clock inside Grape House? Now I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse. Oh, that's what I asked you to do, so you really listened to me and checked all the clocks. Well, because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks are the same exact time displayed. If there's no possibility that time was tampered with, we must doubt even Cecil. Please believe me, you're not lying. Maybe it's a misunderstanding. Ah! I never misunderstand. I'll crush it, what, into dog food? This time I laid a contradiction. I don't think I should doubt the testimonies. I should doubt the clock. There's no mistake that something was done, but what was it? Perhaps we've overlooked something. Maybe we're misunderstanding something. Think, if I focus on something, I should be able to find the answer. Is it surf time? Let's go, let's go! Can I kickflip? Oh, baby! Question number 1. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? Who the killer is? The time in the building? No. Yes. No. Yes. Hey, we don't know who the killer is, so we're not even discussing that game. Where's the wall of the puppet last second? Oh, ooh, fancy. Nice. And question number 2. Which clock was tampered with? Can't tamper with his clock. It is impossible. We done went and discussed that already. This is kind of cute. Shit, ass, boy, we're just taking that out, right? Oh. Florp. 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 Question number 3. Which house had the wrong time? Oh, they just forgot who was in which house. We'll just do Grape House. Why not? That one. The yellow one. Both. You're all idiots. It's this one. It's the jumpy one. See, I'm right. I knew it all along. Oh, shit. Is there a wall before the end? Whoop. Alright, the time the building is wrong, the building's clocks, and both were wrong. Objection. Correction. You said you checked all the clocks inside the building, isn't that right, Fuyiko? Yeah, another clock to the wrong time. But what if all those clocks have been messed with? What? All the clocks? So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you would have noticed. I see, so the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks. So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that. This is truly fantastic. Now's the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off? She's right. That is the main problem. I need to clarify by how much time was off after the killer messed with the clocks. That's definitely the next mystery. I'm going to reach the truth in one go. Are you? See, is he still blushy in his corner? He is. What speed he goes? There we go. Saw Nikomura walking toward the first floor at 5 a.m. That was the first. We can only rely on Nekomaru's clock. The time of death was clearly 7:30. There's no mistake. The problem is, what time would it be in our time? Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only we heard... What? If only I heard the sound when he fell. Or his scream. He's not the type to let out a scream. If only Nekomaru's alarm was loud enough, we would have heard that too. There's no point in saying that. Why don't you consider if it doesn't exist in this world? What's that pose? Nothing, it's beautiful. Why are you so concerned or convinced that's correct? It doesn't say 7:30 AM now. Unless it does say AM and the game's not telling us that, and I'm going on the wrong time. Or we haven't come to that conclusion, that's also a possibility. Yeah, Kane's account. Get a rumbling noise around 5:30. Gimme. What time would 7:30 be? In our time! Any clues that could have been to narrow it down? The sound when he fell. We did hear the sound. Consensual! That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise? Rumbling? That was just an earthquake, so it went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell? Well, the huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and a pillar fell with it. It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound. We heard that noise too. It was when we were gathered in Strawberry House Lounge. What is it, Sonia, my love? Oh, well, that's the sound everyone heard. I did not hear it at all. You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping. I could not sleep. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs. There's nothing to worry about. What's more important is the rumbling sound. If we use the rumbling sound as reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off. I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning. You can tell. I instantly woke up and left my room. That's when I saw the clock in the lounge. Excellent work, Akane. Thanks, babe. If the rumbling sound we heard was at 5:30, it's like the answer to how much time was off was literally right in front of me. By 900 hours. His alarm went at 7:30, we heard the sound at 5:30. That means the time was off by 2 hours. 2 hours, that much? We were starving pretty bad, there's no way we would have noticed. Plus the funhouse has no windows, there's no way there weren't any Monokuma announcements either. However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time? Screw with us? Lure out just Nekomaru. Lure out only Nekomaru. If you mess with the clocks and use a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right? From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success, that's all it means. Besides messing with the time, the killer also used a thing. If you're trying to lure out Nekomaru, then what was that thing? Massage time! Yes, in order to lure out only Nekomaru did the killer take advantage of massage time. Then, is the killer his most frequent massage customer me? Of course not, there's nothing to do with this side. Aww. Definitely, you're the murderer. You mean the clock in the lounge that... Oh. Are you suggesting that the killer and Nekomaru took a stroll to the crime scene, just the two of them? In order to lure him out, he took advantage of the rumbling noise. You mean the one after? Nekomaru died when the rumbling happened, right? You're right, shit. I love the wrong answers. Dancing time, obviously. That's it, the killer made use of the Tai Chi activity. How did they do it, though? We were required to go to Great Tower every morning, right? But if they messed with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us? We wouldn't be able to turn on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time. That's right, in doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at this precise time. But when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning, if I recall, you witnessed him around 5. And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7. That's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Taichi, right on schedule. I see, now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words. Gasp! Too early, he didn't even ask you. How outrageous, I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Taichi. But it turned out like this after all, so I guess it can't be helped. When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth it was way past meeting time. Ah, jeez. Yeah, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that? You're talking about tripping over someone else's fault? Wrong, too bad. I'm right. That's not it, this is incorrect. That's definitely the correct answer, you're always so stubborn like this. Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased. Nani? Decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar. You know I'm not lying when you listen to what Hiko's going to say next. What the hell do you mean? You witnessed him going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that? Talking about the alarm? Alarm? A little while after, the clock in the Strawberry Lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before the rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So, that's what it is. Nekomaru died when the rumbling happened, and whoever doesn't have an alibi at that time is the prime suspect. Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi? I remember now. That was so loud I couldn't help but bolt from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor, so it's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room. Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell. Who was it? Who's the bastard? I'm expecting this is too obvious. Also, he's my favorite boy, so please don't be the case. I was where the lounge clock was ringing. After all, I rushed over, didn't I? And then, when the rumbling noise occurred soon after, I was with the others when Nekomaru fell. What would you call this if not an alibi? You're right, he's not the one who... Wait, yeah, he is. Me? It's Gundam. You can't hear it because he was in the soundproof room. Oh, they don't know that yet. Okay. It's you, right, Nagito? We didn't hear that part. Never mind. That's right. Nagito wasn't there. Oh my god. Oh, it's just the 3 of us. You didn't come out even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You went in your room, were you? If that's the case, where were you? Please say something. Don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you. If I may be frank. You never wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't. What do you mean? It was merely the foolish talk of the week. Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound. Couldn't. You're definitely lying. However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House. But I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it. Okay, now we're gonna hit there. Now we gonna hit it. It's not just them, the same goes for me too. Ah. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it, but it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all. Couldn't hear it, what does that mean? You still don't know? Think about what the other 3 of us who didn't hear a sound have in common. I'm sure you can figure it out. The secret. Could it be? We have the logic dive for this one? Okay, let's get it. Ooh. What word are they looking for? Holy shit, this D is huge. Oh my god, feed the D! Damn it. Stop. Stop. No! Was it... Oh, I think that it is. Yeah, that, okay. No! No! Nani? No! Stop! There we go, that's what I wanted. Negative nest, thank you. I was thinking silent room. Yes, deluxe. All them boys were in the silent rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are... The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. It's a soundproof. The reason we cannot hear the rumbling noises, that's right, is because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve core student talent? Ah! God, his ultimate snark is... Okay. Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer. Hold on a sec. Why does it lead us who the killer is? Why? Well, the fact just now is a very important clue and a decisive factor in identifying the killer. Decisive factor? Dato. Somehow I feel like I understand what he means. The killer among us. The killer who murdered Nekomaru is... Best boy. Better not be. Best not be! I'm gonna be pissed! Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When the alarm rang in the Strawberry House lounge, you rushed over there too, right? What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it. Why are you able to hear it? Hear what? I mean, you were also staying in the Lux room, right? Nagito was staying in the Lux room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't hear it. So why were you able to hear the alarm? Now that you mentioned it, Gundam, my love. There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why even though you were staying in the deluxe room, you still went to the lounge, am I right? Do you have some sort of explanation? Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru head in the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while, am I correct? Until that moment the alarm started ringing, right? If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't have been able to get back. Even though Nekomaru's murderer was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance. Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire. In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower. And when they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off. And they were supposed to stay in their room, they weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge. Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room. Just like us. Best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, they personally saw the killer sleeping in the room gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, it failed to secure that alibi, because I was in the lounge. So the killer couldn't go back to the room and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm. I was hoping they wouldn't go with this because it was so obvious. Please be someone else? Why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down. If Gundam tried to hide, if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden. Those two had just checked the deluxe room as a plan that would have been ideal, but... How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed. Gundam, please, can you please say something? Answer me this. Bugs, including myself, before Doc Davis, how many ears do we possess? Huh? The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist. Is that your argument? You bastard, do you understand the situation you're in? Do not panic, the truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right, that's all it was. The world is always so simple. You're saying it was just coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect? And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part. I see, you're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with a majority vote anyway. So why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obviously Gundam's the killer. Hold on a sec. You know, Hajime, the class trial is killing. It's merely the opening act. Hey, what do you mean the class trial is just the opening act? Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a boring farce, so boring and stressful. I'm painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously, just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health. Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something? Let's just leave that fun for later and finish this opening act already. Ah, you said opening act again. Please hold on, you've yet to hear Gundam's puzzle. Just completely shut up. Perhaps you can't argue anymore? Gundam! I was simply at a loss for words, after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning. It's the beginning. Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm on the lounge went off, correct? Although going to fro is busy as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway? I see. The contact elevator was broken. As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at the Grape House. For these reasons, it is indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at the Grape House. What's wrong with that? The elevator was broken, we would have been able to return to Strawberry House. However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong. Serious? And I thought it's already been decided. Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction. That's wrong. When something is obviously wrong, that's when a contradiction is born. There's no such thing as a contradiction that can't be overcome. Time for Spin Town. The elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses. As long as the elevator was broken, your assumption collapses. Shit. If the killer cannot return to the Strawberry House, since I was at Strawberry House that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible. Jesus. It would have been difficult. Oh, an accomplice. Or if there was a secret passageway. How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? I'm gonna find out what it is for the sake of everyone's health. I'm gonna shoot through this contradiction. I'm gonna blast it. What did the comic earlier even say? Used to move between both houses. Broken, no longer worked. It was apparently broken at the Grape House's side, so the last person to use it would have arrived at Grape House. Okay. Pretty sure we're gonna be sucking on this one. Fujihiko's. Yep, pretty sure this is a suck situation. Or was that whatever that was? The elevator was broken at the Grape House. If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House, since I was at Strawberry House at the time, there's no questioning, blah 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 blah. It would have been different if they had an accomplice. Or if it was a secret passageway. So I could take secret passageway. And I could go to, I think, the first one? The only means of travel, yes. I take the secret passageway. Oh shit. Counterattack! There should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator. Such a method does not exist. Then why don't we act the person who actually used the method? Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Where's my boy at? Where that boy? Where that boy? Oh, so smug. Nagato, you should know. Ellipses. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appear so suddenly that one time because you used the method, right? Hi. There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of the Strawberry House and the third floor of the Grape House. Isn't that right? Once again, let the reserve course show off. But you're right, there's a door on the floor of the Octagon. After I opened the door and went down, surprise, surprise, I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is the third floor of the Grape House. Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected. Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want. If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted. Uh-oh. Time to get slashy. However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room? There's no way they didn't know. It is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your stupid. There's no way I can stop. What did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Uh-oh. Does he have a fur launcher? What? I have no idea which one this is gonna be. Sure! Even if that shit broke. Girl, you know. Oh, they're spinning. I can't read any of these. Ah! Wormhole. However, ow, frail. Frail, I say. Your truth bullets. Truth bullets. Decision. I shall feed you. Okay, what? His argument is exhausting. Just listening to it makes me tired. I need to skillfully cut back against his words so he doesn't outpace me. Which one am I supposed to be cutting? The most recent word? Technically, this sword goes through multiple. That shouldn't have hit that. Yeah, that should have hit how. Which words are targetable? First time. Oh, wait. Hold up, game. Can't really lose this, it's good. Why are they not showing up anymore? You don't have to reload the swords, do you? Can I just spam down? It's flat. It's cutting the ones it's not supposed to be cutting. Weird. I have no idea. Ah, the left click throws it back so far. I need to stop doing that accident. Can't diagonal with that, right? Oh, you can. Right with that. Just spam diagonal cut. Shit, missed that one. Because you're supposed to cut when it's, I think, in half, not long ways. Honestly, I might not understand this game mode. I think I'm missing something, aren't I? Same. Not? Wait, right click. What the hell's a right click do? You have to reload the sword? Oh, you're at I'm out of cuts. Oh shit, oh my god. You have limited cuts. My mic is covering that. I didn't know you could waste swords. You do have to reload. Okay. You have 35. Oh my god, you have to be kidding me. Holy shit. That's hilarious. I have no idea which one we're using. 35? Yeah. Yes, they are limited. Why is it not cutting those? Spacious. Ah, I'm one short, damn it. Oh, wait, what? I got it? Oh, shit, okay. I already proved a secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon. Know the limit. Oh my god, I can't read this shit. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark. You cur! You don't want to drown the maelstrom of blind confusion? At least pray something, dwell in the light. He probably means try providing evidence that the killer went to the Octagon, right? Oh my god, that's hilarious. Funny. The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door to the tower. Those are all items that weren't in the funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them? The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too. Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon. If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right? It seems this is the end. Normally we end up listening to Hajime lecture us for the very long summary of the case, but there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act, so I'm going to end this right now. What? First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure out only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru was able to go to the Great Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point, so he tried to go over to Strawberry. Just like when he, or what? Just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At the time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise, Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival. Hold on, if Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then? The plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened and come up with a different plan. And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all. I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered him powerless without a fight. Hold on, what did you just say? That I didn't battle? What's wrong with that? Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me, I cannot ignore those words. Why are you angry all of a sudden? You fools do not understand at all. Don't make me laugh after all this time, you still don't understand anything. Don't understand anything? What does that mean? It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell, however, I cannot finish. I cannot finish. Okay? It's obvious I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions. Are you saying you still have more? You still have more room to argue? Your words, you said I pressed his goodnight button. However, that button was in the back of his neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him. It's not easy to get a drop on Coach Nekomaru. It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation. Just as I truly frail, succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations. That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong. Such a wonderful lie. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well, I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeats. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet. I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Hamsters. Panic talk action. What was this one? Oh, the hold left click. Was reload? Shift? Shit. Oh, we're doing fever. Okay, oh well. Wither. Fever shift? Show me the cadaver. I won't let you, you weakling! Wither? Show me the cadaver. Something is it David? Amen! For the Tanaka Empire? You're so cute. No! Wow, if you have a really high meter, you can literally just spam it. That seems kind of strong. God, it lasts forever! Holy shit! The 4 Dark Davis. Da 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 da. Hamster party. Oh my god. Okay, I must have a power-up that like gives you infinite bar because I didn't have to do a single thing there. Even if you didn't get behind him, you should have been able to press the button on his neck. As long as you're the power of the hamsters you keep with you. They're not hamsters! You seriously saying he uses hamsters to press the button in the back of his neck? Yes. Of course. That'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right? Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, the time has come to lend your aid. Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox and leap. Choo-choo! Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved a piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right? With your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get them behind Mechamaru and press the button back this time. How about it, Gundam? Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it. Admit it? Did you just say you admit it? It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine, then you must trample me underfoot in advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash in the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings to this worthless performance with your own 2 hands. I'm really good at picking someone to die right before. Every single time. Without fail! Stock 1. Is it music time? I like just seduced him too and got maxed. Show music, okay. Oh my god, yes! Holy shit, this is beautiful. Oh, I love it. I'm actually sad that I'm right too. This is my favorite boy. Damn, shut this bitch up. Aww. Oh, it's later. Okay, you don't need to tell me it's wrong, I get it. There we go. This one goes here. Holy shit, these panels are great. So... Geez, that was early in the morning. I really, really want to see his reasoning because... yeah. Seems a bit random. Running out of places. Didn't do the hamster pose prior? Yeah, it's right there. Choo-choo! Destroyed. Last stock. Act 1. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in the Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to Strawberry House loud and set the wall clock alarm to 5:30. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anyone else. The secret being Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. Act 2. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to the Grape House for a specific reason. Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to his testimony, that was around 5, but by that point the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, he witnessed him at 7. That was also the same time Monokuma began his chai tea. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate. Act 5! However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower, so he decided to go to Strawberry Tower. What's that say? But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of the hamsters, they were able to press the goodnight button. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30, so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip to the loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving the Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secrets of the building. Dun dun. Nope. Then they used the secret Octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor began to detonate. And Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape House Tower to see if their setup was successful. At face, though. They placed a hammer on the floor to make it look like that was the weapon. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. XX. Step. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to the room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. Unfortunately, something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30, well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko and the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop wire was supposed to slip off the doorknob. Because there was a heavier load than expected, it ended up breaking. Oh, no, smash. He fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact and died. Why does he look so excited about that? The sound of his impact echoed through the house. No, my boy! However, at this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room because Fuyuhiko's the lounge. Meaning that someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone but you. Please be a hamster there. Okay, let's do. Oh, they're cuddling with him. No, I love Gundam. Why? Why did you do this? Splendid. That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well. Stop it already. Stop using reverse to avoid the truth. Or I'll kill you myself. I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. Killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that. Didn't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it. Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka. My beloved deadly foes, let the voting time begin. Why? ¿Por qué? Every victory has felt hollow in this game so far. I feel bad. I don't want to win. 0 points, number 17. I sucked a fat one there. Which one was that? Hell yeah. Got some coins. This result isn't really all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever. Crap, bit my tongue, the most important part. Oh boy. He had the best hair, too. I have no idea how they're gonna kill him. There's like a million ways I could do this. It'd be bad if I hit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys were correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka. Yay, I said all that without biting my tongue. Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish it until we hear it from Gundam. No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. But I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like. Why do you want to talk to the one who's lost? The loser merely leaves. It would just be unnecessary for me to say something. That is what I would like to say, but for honest sake, I shall correct one thing. You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting. That, however, is a great mistake. He did fight, it is no mistake. Because he fought, he lost, and died. Lost and died? He was just trying to cling to life. There are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that. What do you mean? Explain. Fine then. I shall reveal it all. Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. I'm sure Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I released my limiter. I should say I expected much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves to stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose to fight that risked life and death. A fight that risked life and death? He was serious too. He gave his all to try to kill me. Huh? If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You'd never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself. Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing. Nekomaru really did that? Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru. This scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long I nearly forgotten this. This is great, what a comforting atmosphere. It's a great line. And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me? I am the warlock Gundam Tanaka, heroes, lords of darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance. You're all drenched. What? You'll drench your soul with evil to the bitter end. Splendid! Response to spirit, I shall kill you with all my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back. Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you've got. Nekomaru Nida, your blood will drench the foundation of my empire. What the? Why did you fight? We're all friends. Why couldn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you. However, I must say this. What's the point in living if you're just waiting until you finally die? There's nothing courageous about that. That is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. You. Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone's been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up. Giving up on life, that's an insult to life itself. Have you fools heard of the term dog eat dog? Cannibalism? In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism. That is what it means to live. You say killing for the sake of living is evil. And what would you call giving up on life instead? If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life. It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity. You say all that just to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why they fought, right? That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me in our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth. But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here? That belief is why you committed your crime. What about the final death room? Did you do the Russian roulette too? Unlike Nagito, I only did it once, but read my battle with Nekomaru was mere child's play. You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you asked such a foolish question. Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all of mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools. Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10 billion years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish chalk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin! Yay, got it! I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka. Please wait, this is just too much. Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam. Sonia. Please, I beg of you. Sonia. An act is unrefined, stopping a man from going to his death. Does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. It's fine. It's not for realsies, right? Yes, I do not mind. However, what is it, my 4 Dark Davis? You worried about me? Oh, my fear, 4 Dark Davis. That does not like you at all. However, there's no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. Please give them to Sonia, don't die! Don't let them die! I was simply visiting for a moment. And now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence. Fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us all laugh uproariously. That is Gundam Tanaka. I shall stick with my evil until the very end. Open sesame, pandemonium. I shall fill hell with true hell. And here we go. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time. Don't kill the hamsters. They don't deserve it. They were only following orders. What? Gundam Tanaka Stampede. This nerd. I love him so much. What in the world? Okay. So... killed by animals? Condom? No. Who gets to keep the hamsters? Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? I don't know. No matter how much I think about it, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that. Damn it. I'm so pissed off I need to throw something. Y'all spend so much time worrying about each other, thanks to that things ended up like this. You're all full of shit, every last one of you. And the biggest piece of shit is me. Damn it, why am I so weak? Such a downer, clearly. Still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best. You're right. This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. Not. Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he'll be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who've died, we need to finish this once and for all. Don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that. So how long you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial's over, so it's okay for you to hurry back home to Jabwalk Island. However, the kid and school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that. Hold on! How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Probably one more murder, then I don't know, depending on people die, the 4 or 5 of us will escape. We'll say 3, who knows. Seriously, how long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this going to continue? Now then. Alright, we're feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food. Oh, hold on a sec, that mood shift was way too damn fast. Well, you know, it's like Gundam Nekomura said. That's what it means to live, right? She's certainly something else. Seriously, I'm starving. Then let's get back now and eat. Then after, or when you're full, let's sleep as much as you want. And then, let's do our best again. You're right. With this, the class trials come to an end, and once again, we return to Jabberwock. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if the rest of us, we did our very best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. He suddenly disappeared from our sight. I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. Just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information. I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, can't forgive this. This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life. For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. Alright, Monokuma has arrived. Who summoned me? Thanks for coming, Boo-Boo. Lonely little Nagito. Are you all alone tonight, too? So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Oh, perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well. Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see, so even you don't know, Looks like the final showdown's gonna take a little more time. So why'd you summon me anyway? We finally gonna confess your love. I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah, what about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird? What's weird? Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding amongst us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right? This file contains documents that were created at Hope's Peak Academy, right? That's right, I just reuse the stuff from the former headmaster spent a lot of time making. If the file even contains information about the traitor, Was that person also a former student of Hope Peak Academy? I wonder. Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information to the file? Are you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? It's my job to heat things up. It's okay if I do something small like that, right? That's not my point. My point is you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that? Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I know who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monomi after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh? Well, that's how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's been pushing you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? Cooperation? Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, yes? Yep. If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat, too. However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting. Obviously, that's a big no. I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you would never be able to betray me later on. Just as I thought, you saw right through me. No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of overthinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right, you're a true believer of hope after all. I must say that belief reminds me of that person for some reason. Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, it must be extremely unlucky. But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this. Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky. Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island, that's why I have to be the only one who does it. If I can't eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a sublighter anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that can even be called ultimate hope. Ooh, the two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him. Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you. What are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is that person you're waiting for already on the island? Answer my question. If that's the case, if that person's already on the island, wouldn't that be exciting? More Dato. Days left. Five and 11 hours. Chapter 4. Do ultimate robots dream of clockwork sheep? Surviving students. Shevin. I feel like we're one more case off of Endgame. Me believes, but I'm not entirely sure. Ooh, what is this? Oh, his earring. You obtained a present, the Hellhound earring. Excellent. It's the one thing I wanted in life. Anywhoots. I'm a bit tired, so I'm gonna head out now. Thanks for joining. It was super fun. We will continue this most definitely next week, and if I can plan for an extra sneaky, I will and let you guys know. But anyway, thanks for joining, and I'll catch you all next time.